What's up guys, welcome in. In today's video I'm going to talk about a PPC strategy that I've been using for the last 6 to 12 months now. It's been working fantastic for me. And for some products I even doubled my PPC sales around that 20% ACOS mark, even with my best campaign being around 7% right now for ACOS, which is fabulous, right? So anytime you can add more sales via PPC to your business, at a profitable mark, the better, right? So if you're looking to improve on your PPC, in addition to what you have going on right now, this is a perfect video for you. So make sure you watch the whole video all the way through, right guys? But first of all, anybody new to this channel or this is their first video, welcome in. My name is Cameron James. On this channel, I kind of take you through my journey of becoming a 7-figure Amazon seller. I've been selling for 3 years now, and my goal this year is to create a second 7-figure Amazon seller account. So if you want to follow along with that, this is a perfect channel for you. Also, any tips, strategies that I like to share or I find out, I put them on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to keep up to date there, again, this is a perfect channel for you. So subscribe down below, and excited for you to watch my journey. But anyways, guys, let's just get into it, right? Let's not waste any more of your time. All right, guys, digging into my screen now, we can see we're on my Seller Central account. This is actually a Seller Central account. I just one of my students. I currently have a video on YouTube explaining for this brand how we failed, which is I think a great lesson for a lot of people, and myself included. But so if you haven't seen that, go check it out, and that'll explain a lot about this journey for this account. But anyways, it's a great account for me to show you guys things on. So let's just start digging into it. If we go to Advertising Campaign Manager, right? This is where we're going to set up campaigns. If you're unfamiliar with that, most people probably already know this. And you see I have no campaign set up right now. If we go to Create Campaign, this is where we can start to modify and create campaigns to start to bid on certain things. That way we have a chance to bring more traffic into our product page and to get more additional sales, right? So we can see we have a campaign right here, all blank, and we're going to go through this step by step. But first, I want to talk about what we're going to do with this campaign, okay? So in this campaign, we're actually going to target on other people's ASINs, okay? This is called product targeting, okay? I know a lot of you people probably have heard about product targeting before, but you're not going to want to miss how I do it, okay? I simplify it down to step by step so you don't miss a thing. And that way you can target essentially every potential product that you can get sales on, okay? I figured out a way to make sure, I cast a very large net, which I love to do in PPC, and that way we can kind of bid on everybody and kind of see what's going on. And the successful ones, what we do over time is, figure out which ones are working and then put it down to a smaller campaigns. But first we're gonna cast a large net, and to do this, you gotta use the same strategy that I'm gonna show you today. But first guys, let's go ahead and set up this campaign, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty of, how to figure out who to target, what to target, and all that good stuff, right? So let's go ahead and make our campaign name. Let's see here. For this example, we're going to do hemp oil product pages, okay? And then I like to, when I'm, just starting out, tag it with a little exploratory. That way I know what's going on, okay? Daily budgets. I like to start around the 30 mark for this one, but again, you have to do what's best for you, right? I do this mostly just because, most campaigns with a budget of $30 run throughout the day, which is, again, super relative and kind of vague. But when I do exploratory campaigns like this, I like the budget to run all day. That way I'm making sure my net, that's cast very wide, has a chance to hit on every single type of keyword or ASIN possible. That way I'm not missing anything, okay? But, I've done this before where, I've been really lean, and around that $10 to $15 mark is also a good spot. But these days, I usually start around the $30 mark. So we're actually going to do manual targeting for this, okay? And we're going to go down, campaign bidding strategy. I do dynamic bids down only at this point. The only time I use dynamic bids up and down is when I really want to rank for a keyword or get sales with a keyword, right? And that way I'm at the top 90 to 100% of the time, and capitalize on that. But otherwise, it's so dang expensive that it's not going to run affordable for you. It's not going to get your ACOS underneath your profit margin, which is the goal, right? So you make a profit on each sale. So dynamic bids is going to be your leanest and most standard kind of bidding strategy. That way you can make money, right? Going down, right? Let's create the ad group, which again, hemp oil product pages. Going down again, if you guys haven't seen the video yet, I'm talking about these products. Please go watch that. Do not copy these products. And in that video, I explain exactly why these failed for us, but they make a great example to do videos for and how-tos, right? So going down, we're going to add our product, which we're doing Boulder's Finest Hemp Oil. We're going to go down and we're going to hit product targeting. Okay, so we're doing product targeting like I talked about before, and we're going to try to find ASINs that are going to be, very similar to our own. Okay, that way, we can steal some of their traffic, right? And I'm going to talk about strategies of ways to make sure that, your product has the best chance to convert on their page, right? That way you're not wasting a ton of money, you're being most efficient as possible. Again, we're just setting this up and then we're going to get into the good stuff here in a second, okay? But we're going to do product targeting right here. A default bid. It depends on your margin, right? But when I first starting out, I, like to start at that like 139 mark, somewhere in that range. I don't like doing $1's fine. $1.39 just kind of gives me a little above average bid for something like this. Product targeting is a little different than keyword targeting. Your conversion rates can be a little lower, but you're going to have a lot more traffic and a lot more opportunity from different products. So 139 is a good place to start, but again, do what's best for your profit margin. Again, if you have a profit margin of $4, this is not going to work for you, right? So go down to that 79-cent mark, somewhere in that range. But if you've got $10, $15 per product profit margin, right? Which if you do, congratulations, that's fantastic. $1.39 is perfect for you guys where you're at there. So we're not going to do a category here like Amazon suggests. Usually Amazon suggestions are never the best, but we're going to do individual products here, and we're going to do enter a list, okay? You can use suggested here, but if Amazon doesn't have a lot of data on your product, or you don't have a lot of history in your product, they're not going to give you great suggestions here. And the way we're going to do this is a little different too. We want a very select number of these types of hemp oil and different criteria. That way we have the best chance possible to make a sale, right? Which I'll explain here in a second. So we're going to do enter list here. So this is where we're going to hit enter in all these ASINs we want to bid on, okay? And quickly, let me just show you guys how this works. So if we go to hemp oil, right, for people to understand this, and we click this guy right here, which is one of the top sellers here. Okay, guys, if we scroll down on this page, right, we can see sponsored products related to this item, okay? This is exactly where these ads are going to show. And, my first thought when I saw these was, these are not going to convert at all. There's too many options. There's people are going to get overloaded with info. I was wrong, okay? I'm not sure what people's, brain patterns are when they're going through this. I'm guessing it's just something hits them where it's like, oh, this is exactly what I was looking for. They click it, they buy it. Just because of the success I've had with this, I'm a full-fledged believer in product page ads, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly how to get the ASINs, like I said before, of how to have the best advantage to get the sales on someone else's product page, okay? So going back here, right, we're looking for ASINs to put right here. So for this video, I'm actually going to use Helium-10, okay? If you've watched my previous videos, you know I use a lot of Viral Launch, but this is a perfect tool for what I'm about to do. If you don't have Helium-10, you can sign up for a free trial. Give it a shot. If you like it, great. If not, no big deal. But for this one, we're going to use a black box Amazon product research tool. And for this, we're going to go over here to this product targeting section, okay? And you're going to see exactly why this is so perfect for what we're about to do, okay? So what it's asking for here is some ASINs for it to run its research on, okay? And you can see right here, you can put different categories: monthly revenue, price, review count, review rating, and source, okay? So frequently bought together, Amazon suggested, customer also bought, which is fantastic. And then we got advanced filters here, which I don't mess with too much. But what we're going to do is we're going to take, hemp oil is a huge keyword, right? So you find your best keyword. I know this is one of the biggest keywords in the niche itself, just being in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 3 top sellers on this keyword, okay? And then when I'm on this page, I'm going to grab this ASIN right here. I'm going to go to my black box. I'm going to put that in right there, okay? I'm going to go back to the second one here. I'm going to grab that, copy that, put it in my black box, enter that, get the third one here. All right, so my thinking here is I want to find the best sellers in the niche, right? Which I did, they're top 3 for the biggest keyword. That means they sell very, very, very well. And I'm sure if we checked the product research data right on the Chrome extension, we'd see that it sells very, very well. But these ASINs are going to be, very tied and have the most data on their listings for keyword data and all that good stuff. So they're going to have the most data associated with their ASINs, okay? So with that being said, we should be able to find so many similar ASINs to these ASINs right here. So we have a huge pool of ASINs very similar to our product and their product, that we can start to target on, okay? And let's start putting in some other criteria. Monthly revenue, let's make sure they're doing over minimum 10,000 a month. So for price, let's just imagine for this product, we have something that's $15, okay? So we want to put $15 as the minimum. That way we're finding all the ASINs that have a higher price than ours. So we have a competitive advantage over them, right? So say we're at $15, competitors at $20, they see our product page ad on their listing, right? The customer does, and they see that it's $5 cheaper for something that's very similar, right? And so you have a competitive advantage. So this is gonna give you a higher chance to get a conversion, to get a click, right? And everything in between. So that's what we're looking for here, guys. We're looking for ASINs, and other products similar to yours that are not as good as yours, right? That way the customer can see your product, you have a better offer than theirs, and so they click it and you steal the sale from them, right? So that's what we're looking for here. So we're just imagining our hemp oil costs $15 here. So for review count next, guys, right? We have a super low amount of reviews. A good rule of thumb here, guys, is to put the max underneath your reviews, right? Try that first. That way, if you can find any ASINs that have a lower amount of reviews than you, right, you're gonna have a competitive advantage there, right? Which is gonna increase the likelihood of you finding ASINs that are gonna have a lower ACoS and a good conversion rate for you, okay? For this example, I'm not gonna put anything here, but keep that in mind. That's another way to kind of track that. This niche is so competitive. Again, if you watched my last video about why this product launch failed, and this product failed overall, you'd understand why I'm putting nothing here. But review count, let's leave that blank, but just know that you can play around and get another competitive advantage there. Review rating, again, if you put the max something underneath your current review rating, you're going to have greater success in finding ASINs that will work for you, right? So you had 4.5 stars, right? So what we do here is put 4.2, because that's the cutoff. So at 4.2, it's only showing on Amazon they have 4 stars, right? So if you're at 4.5 stars, you have a whole half-star advantage over them, okay? So we'll leave that there. Again, if you have a review count a good amount higher than most of your competition, again, make sure you put your max in there. But we're gonna hit search here, guys. Okay, so for this example, we only found 24 products. But if we mess around monthly revenue, price, and the review rating, we can find thousands. Okay, so let's just work with this right now. So if we do download CSV, you can see here that it pulled up all the ASINs similar to yours of the ones we started targeting. They're going to hit all your criteria. Okay, so we can see monthly revenue right here. If I pull it across right here, and you can see the numbers that they're doing. We hit data, and we're going to want it to hit filter, hit monthly revenue, go descending. Okay, so we see that all these guys are doing over 10,000, like we said we wanted, right? If we did underneath that, obviously we'd see a ton more. But every one of these ASINs fits within the criteria we put it in. Okay, and so with this, we can now take this whole list of ASINs, right, that we have a competitive advantage with for price, right? And we can start to bid on their product pages, okay? You can see how this is super exciting, right? If we find ASINs that our product is better than in some way, in some fashion, we're gonna steal sales from them, right? And if they're doing sales like we saw they were doing, right? What was this one? 635,000 a month, and we steal sales from them, we're gonna steal quite a few sales, okay? So using this, we can start to figure out, who our competition is, where to bid, and cast a large net and figure out, what ASINs are going to work for us to bid on, right? And so you can see this niche right here is super competitive, but $1.39, I feel pretty confident we're going to get some clicks. And so if I hit launch campaign here, this will get going, right? And so it's super important, you guys, when we start testing this method out, right? Because you're going to test on different things. You can test on people who have lower reviews than you, lower view rate than you, higher prices than you, right? And all these different types and variations of that, we're going to get a lot of ASINs, okay? So we're going to want to stay organized, and label your campaign names. And we're also, when we start to make all these campaigns, there's going to be a lot of ASINs that do work for you, right? And there's going to be a lot of ASINs that don't work for you, okay? So it's important to check these every 3 to 4 days, if not earlier, to see if anybody's burning money, right? If they're burning money, get rid of it, okay? But keep them going. Give them a long enough time to figure out which ASINs are working for you or not, okay? So this one's all good to go here. But you can see, say I want to be super aggressive, okay? And I don't care about any competitive advantage at all. I just want to find the top sellers, right? I want to clear all my criteria. I'm going to hit search. Okay, I'm going to hit download CSV, open that up, and you can see I have a lot more results than the last one, okay? And so if I want to hit the top sellers, I'm going to go to monthly sales here. Let's see, where is monthly? Okay, go to monthly revenue here, right? And we're going to hit monthly revenue, data, filter, and we're going to go descending, right? And we're going to get rid of this dash right here, which is the blanks, which people don't sell at all. But you can see here, I found ASINs that are doing over 1 million, 900,000, 783,000, 600,000, 430,000, right? And when you have this really broad search, guys, just make sure you go back over here and make sure that the ASIN fits, right? We're not in the, this hits the, I think it's because it says buds, obviously hemp oil, marijuana, bud, right? So it got flagged there, right? But you can see a lot of other supplements, things like that. So we got to pick out which ones we actually want to target, okay? But it's great to figure out quickly who the top sellers in that niche are, right? You can also play around with different ASINs in different categories. What I also like to do, right? We have a dog hemp oil. So another method I used at one point is I do, dog toys, right? These are supplementary products, okay? These are products that are going to have a lot lower conversion rate for you, but you're going to find some window shoppers that convert, okay? So if you're bidding on this 14-pack of dog toys, right, that gets, I think I've looked at this product before, it gets an incredible amount of traffic. If we put our product down here, there's going to be somebody who buys your product along with that, right? Especially dog lovers who are very passionate about their pups and tend to spend lots of money on them, okay? So I'll do that, right? I'll find, dog beds, right? I'll find the biggest, niche products in that category, and I'll start to bid on these big ones, right? If someone with 5,000 reviews is probably doing crazy amounts of sales, and, dog food, right? Things like that, okay? And so you can also do, the variations are endless, okay? I've done this all the way up to, I think 1,000 ASINs I tested at one time, and a crap ton of campaigns because I don't like to overload one campaign over a certain amount of keywords or ASINs. And, I've tested this out and casted a really large net, and it does work, guys. So I hope you found this interesting. I hope this makes sense. If it does, if you guys are doing this already, please comment down below, let me know. If not, go ahead and try this in your own business. Again, Helium 10, you can sign up for a free trial, which is super convenient, right, to test this theory out. Because once you're in there, you don't really, once you've done all your ASINs, right, after 14 days, you really don't need to go back because they're all in your Seller Central, okay? So I hope that was great, guys. Subscribe down below if you want more videos like this. Otherwise, I'll leave you to it. I'll let you guys implement these strategies at home, okay? All right, guys, take it easy.